As people get older, mild aches and pains in the body may sometimes appear more often. Some people wake up feeling that their lower back is a little stiff. Their knees are a bit sore. Their neck and shoulders are tighter than usual. Or simply that their body no longer feels as light as it used to. For older adults, the important thing is not always to look for a very strong solution, but to find gentle, consistent ways to care for the body that are suitable for everyday life. Herbs can be a small part of that journey. A warm cup of ginger tea, a few fragrant mint leaves, a little turmeric in a meal, or the gentle scent of chamomile in the evening may help the body relax and bring a natural feeling of comfort. Of course, herbs are not medicine and cannot replace a doctor's advice, especially for those who are taking medication for blood pressure, heart conditions, diabetes, or blood thinning. In today's video, we will explore 10 familiar, easy-to-find herbs that may help older adults ease mild discomfort gently and feel more comfortable in their daily lives. Before we begin, if you're interested in gentle and natural ways to care for older adults' health, please hit like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next videos. 1. Ginseng. Ginseng is one of the most well-known herbs when it comes to health, energy, and physical resilience. For older adults, ginseng is often mentioned as an option that may help support a greater sense of alertness, reduce feelings of fatigue, and give the body a little more balance in daily life. However, ginseng should not be understood as a pain reliever, and it should not be seen as a way to treat joint pain or body aches. The real value of ginseng lies in the fact that it may support a general sense of well-being. When older adults feel more energetic and mentally clearer, they may find it easier to do light movement, take slow walks, cook, care for plants, or complete small tasks during the day. It is these steady daily activities that can help the body feel less stiff, less sluggish, and more comfortable. A warm cup of ginseng tea in the morning may bring a feeling of warmth, relaxation, and alertness. For some older adults who often feel tired or low in energy, this can be a small habit that helps them start the day more gently. But ginseng should not be used carelessly, especially in the evening, because it may cause trouble sleeping in some people. According to the NCCIH, insomnia is a common side effect of Asian ginseng. In addition, ginseng may also affect blood sugar, blood clotting, and interact with certain medications. Therefore, for older adults, ginseng should be seen as a gentle, supportive option, used at the right time, in the right amount, and without following exaggerated advertising claims. If someone is taking diabetes medication, blood thinning medication, heart medication, or has a long-term health condition, it is best to ask a doctor before using it regularly. 2. Galangal. Galangal is an aromatic root with a warm, spicy taste, a lightly pungent smell, and it often brings a very pleasant sense of warmth to a meal. Compared with ginger, galangal has a deeper aroma, a slightly sharper note, and gives food a rich, familiar flavor. Galangal is often used in soups, stews, braised dishes, or hot broths, especially in dishes that need a warm fragrance to help the body feel more comfortable. For older adults, galangal should not be seen as a pain reliever. Its value lies in the way it can help make meals feel warmer, more fragrant, and easier to enjoy. When the body feels a little cold, the stomach feels slightly bloated, or someone has a heavy feeling in the body, a hot dish with a few slices of galangal may help older adults feel gently soothed from the inside. One good thing about galangal is that it helps food have a clearer flavor without needing to add too much salt. This can be quite helpful for older adults, because many people need a gentler diet to care for their blood pressure and heart health. With just a small amount of galangal in a dish, the meal can already become more fragrant, warmer, and more appetizing. Even so, galangal should still be used as an everyday spice. It should not be used in large amounts or in the form of concentrated extracts without proper advice. For older adults who are taking long-term medications, have stomach problems, or have a sensitive digestive system, the safest way is to use galangal in moderate amounts in food. Overall, galangal is not a miracle solution for aches and pains, but it can be a small part of a gentle body care lifestyle, a hot dish, a warm aroma, and a more comforting feeling in every daily meal. 3. Lime leaves. Lime leaves are a very familiar aromatic leaf, with a fresh scent, a slightly sharp note, and the ability to make food taste lighter and cleaner. Just a few finely sliced lime leaves in chicken dishes, steamed dishes, soups, or hot broths can release a gentle fragrance, creating a pleasant feeling as soon as the food is still steaming. For older adults, lime leaves should not be seen as a pain reliever. The valuable thing about lime leaves lies in their aroma and the sense of relaxation they can bring. When the body feels tired, the mind feels tense, or food no longer tastes as good as it used to, a dish with the scent of lime leaves may help the meal feel brighter, more fragrant, and easier to enjoy. Sometimes, just a familiar aroma is enough to make the spirit feel lighter, especially for older adults who often enjoy warm, comforting, and familiar foods. Lime leaves are also suitable for meals that need a lighter taste. Instead of adding too much salt, sugar, or strong seasoning, a small amount of lime leaves can be used to create a natural fragrance. This helps the dish still have depth, but without feeling too heavy. For older adults, a fragrant, hot, and easy-to-digest meal can sometimes be a very gentle way to care for the body. Besides food, the scent of lime leaves can also be used in light steaming water or warm foot-soaking water, helping create a sense of relaxation after a long day. However, lime leaf essential oil should not be applied directly to the skin, because older adult skin is often thinner and more easily irritated. Overall, lime leaves are not a strong solution for aches and pains, but they are a beautiful small detail in everyday life, a fresh aroma, a warm meal, and a lighter feeling for both the body and the mind. 4. Vietnamese coriander. Vietnamese coriander is an aromatic herb with a slightly strong smell, a mildly spicy taste, and a very distinctive warming feeling. Just a small amount of Vietnamese coriander in a dish can make the flavor clearer, richer, and more stimulating to the appetite. For older adults, this is quite valuable, because as people age, their appetite may sometimes decrease, making meals feel bland and less appealing. Vietnamese coriander should not be seen as a pain reliever. It is better understood as an aromatic herb that helps make meals feel warmer, easier to enjoy, and more comfortable after eating. In dishes such as porridge, soups, light salads, eggs, fish, or foods with a slightly fishy taste, Vietnamese coriander can help balance the flavor and make the dish more fragrant without needing to add too much salt or heavy seasoning. For older adults who often feel cold, have a slightly uncomfortable stomach, or no longer feel as interested in eating as before, a little Vietnamese coriander in a hot meal may bring a warm and familiar feeling. Sometimes, comfort does not come from anything big, but from a familiar dish, the scent of an aromatic herb, and the feeling that the body is being cared for through very simple everyday things. However, Vietnamese coriander has a fairly strong taste, so it should not be used too much, especially for people with sensitive digestion, those who easily feel internal heat, or those with underlying health conditions that require a restricted diet. The most suitable way to use it is as a fresh herb served with food, in a small amount, just enough to add aroma and make the dish more lively. Overall, Vietnamese coriander is not a direct solution for aches and pains, but it can help make older adults' meals warmer, more fragrant, and more comfortable every day. If you're still watching at this point, you're probably someone who cares about your own health or the health of a loved one in your family. Please hit like so I have more motivation to keep making topics like this. 5. Moringa. Moringa is a plant known for its nutrient-rich green leaves, which are often used in soups, broths, green smoothies, or powdered form. For older adults, moringa can be seen as a plant that helps make meals feel light while still feeling more nourishing. When an aging body begins to feel tired more easily, food becomes less appealing, or there is less interest in meals. Soft, easy-to-prepare greens like moringa can help make a meal feel warmer and more comforting. Moringa is not a pain reliever, and it should not be introduced as a way to treat aches and pains. Its value lies in supporting a healthier lifestyle. A hot bowl of moringa soup, cooked with vegetables or a little lean meat, may help older adults eat better and feel that their body is being nourished more fully. When nutrition is stable, sleep, energy, and the ability to do light movement during the day may also be supported in a natural way. One good thing about moringa is that it can be used in many soft dishes that are suitable for older adults: hot soups, blended soups, vegetable porridge, or thin smoothies. However, if it is used in powder or supplement form, more caution is needed. Some medical sources note that moringa may affect blood sugar and blood pressure. So people who are taking diabetes medication or blood pressure medication should ask a doctor before using it regularly. Overall, moringa is best used as a small part of everyday meals: green, soft, warm, and in just the right amount. It does not create any miraculous change, but it may help older adults feel cared for, eat more comfortably, and build a better foundation for a lighter-feeling body each day. 6. Arnica. Arnica is an herb that is often mentioned when talking about muscle soreness, mild bruising, or tightness after a small bump or minor impact. What makes arnica special is that it is usually not used as a tea or food, but mainly comes in the form of gels, creams, or oils applied to the skin. So when talking about arnica for older adults, the first thing to remember is this: it is an herb for external use, and it should not be taken by mouth without guidance. For older adults who often have neck and shoulder tension, mild muscle soreness after gardening, walking, or moving more than usual, a thin layer of arnica gel may bring a sense of care and local soothing. When combined with rest, gentle warm compresses, and very slow massage, arnica can become a small part of a routine that helps the body relax more. However, arnica needs to be used very carefully. It should not be applied to open wounds, scratched skin, irritated skin, or used over a very large area. NCBI Liver Talks notes that the FDA classifies Arnica montana as an unsafe herb when taken by mouth or applied to damaged skin, where the body may absorb more of it. Older adults should also avoid arnica if they are allergic to plants in the daisy family, such as daisies, sunflowers, marigolds, or ragweed. Memorial Sloan Kettering also notes that arnica may increase the risk of bleeding, especially for people who are taking blood-thinning medications such as warfarin. Therefore, arnica is not an herb to use casually every day, but if it is used properly only on the skin, in a small amount, on healthy skin, and for a short period of time, it may be a gentle option to help older adults feel more comfortable after common muscle soreness. 7. Rock rose. Rock rose, also known as cistus, is an herb with thin, delicate flowers and a very gentle beauty. Even the image of its soft petals under the sunlight can bring a sense of peace, making it very suitable for videos about caring for the body and mind of older adults. Unlike warm, spicy herbs such as ginger or galangal, rock rose is more often mentioned in the form of herbal tea. A warm cup of tea made from rock rose leaves or flowers can create a small pause in the day, helping older adults slow down, breathe more deeply, and feel that their body is gently relaxing. For those who often feel tired, stressed, or slightly uncomfortable after a long day, sometimes the quiet moment beside a cup of tea is exactly what helps them feel better. Even so, rock rose should not be described as a pain reliever. It is more suitable as an herbal tea that supports a sense of relaxation and makes everyday life feel a little softer. WebMD also notes that there is currently not enough reliable information to know whether rock rose is safe when taken by mouth or whether it may cause any side effects. Therefore, older adults should not use it too much or use it regularly without asking for professional advice. The safest way is to use rock rose as a light herbal tea, in a moderate amount, without using it as a replacement for medication or seeing it as a solution for long-lasting aches and pains. If older adults are taking long-term medications, have liver disease, kidney disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, or are prone to allergies, they should be more careful. Overall, rock rose is best used as part of a relaxing routine, a warm cup of tea, a quiet space, and a feeling of gentleness returning to both the body and the mind. 8. Amla. Amla, also known as Indian gooseberry, is a small fruit with a clearly sour taste. It is often used in dried form, as a powder, as juice, or as an herbal tea. In many natural health traditions, amla is appreciated for its fresh, light feeling and its rich nutrients. For older adults, amla can be seen as an option that helps add more variety to the diet, especially when they need foods that taste fresh, feel light, and are easy to include in a daily routine. Amla should not be described as a pain reliever. Its value lies in supporting the body through a foundation of nutrition. When older adults eat more nutritiously, have more stable digestion, and maintain regular body care habits, they often feel lighter in daily life. A small amount of diluted amla powder, or amla, used in smoothies, warm tea, fruit sauces, or soft foods, can create a refreshing feeling and make meals less boring. One thing to keep in mind is that amla has a fairly strong sour taste, so people with sensitive stomachs, frequent heartburn, or discomfort after eating sour foods should use only a very small amount. WebMD also notes that amla may lower blood sugar, so people who are taking diabetes medication need to monitor carefully and ask a doctor before using it regularly. Amla may also interact with aspirin and some medications related to blood clotting, so people taking blood-thinning medication need to be even more cautious. Overall, amla is best used as a small part of a healthy lifestyle, a light sour flavor to refresh a meal, a warm cup of tea when relaxation is needed, or a moderate added ingredient in the daily diet. For older adults, moderation is still the most important thing. Amla can be an interesting option, but it should not be used too much, and it should not be seen as a replacement for medication or medical advice. 9. Cocoa. Cocoa is an ingredient with a warm aroma, a slightly bitter taste, and it often brings a very comforting feeling, especially when used in a hot drink. For older adults, cocoa should not be seen as a pain reliever, but it can become a small part of a daily relaxation routine. A warm cup of cocoa, with little sugar, sipped slowly in the afternoon, may help the body loosen up and create a feeling of being cared for. What makes cocoa special is the aroma and warmth it brings. When older adults feel tired, sad, stressed, or slightly uncomfortable in their body, a warm drink can sometimes help calm the spirit. Not because cocoa can cure pain, but because the moment of sitting quietly, holding a warm cup in the hands, breathing in the gentle aroma, and taking small sips can help the body slow down and feel more comfortable. Cocoa also contains natural compounds such as flavonols, theobromine, and a small amount of caffeine. Harvard Health notes that cocoa and dark chocolate contain more flavonols than milk chocolate or white chocolate. But many chocolate products also contain a lot of sugar, fat, and calories, so they should not be consumed too much. WebMD also notes that the caffeine in cocoa, especially when consumed in large amounts, may cause digestive discomfort, diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome, or a fast heartbeat in some people. Therefore, the most suitable way for older adults to use cocoa is to choose pure cocoa. Make it diluted, keep it low in sugar, and drink it in moderate amounts. If an older adult is prone to insomnia, nervousness, acid reflux, or sensitivity to caffeine, they should avoid drinking cocoa in the evening. Overall, cocoa is not a miracle solution for aches and pains, but it can be a warm, gentle drink that helps an ordinary day feel more comfortable. 10. Matcha. Matcha is a form of green tea that is ground into a fine powder. It has a beautiful green color, a light aroma, and a slightly clean, bitter taste. Unlike regular green tea, when we drink matcha, we consume the whole powdered tea leaf after it has been whisked into water. Because of this, matcha often has a stronger flavor, a clearer feeling of alertness, and also contains more caffeine than some lighter herbal teas. For older adults, matcha should not be seen as a pain reliever. Its value lies in the way it can create a relaxing but still energizing habit in the morning or early afternoon. A warm cup of matcha, diluted, low in sugar, and sipped slowly in a quiet space, may help older adults feel lighter, more mentally refreshed, and start the day with a greater sense of comfort. Matcha is also a good fit for people who want to change their daily drinking habits. Instead of drinks that are too sweet, a light cup of matcha can bring a cleaner feeling and feel less heavy. However, because matcha contains caffeine, older adults who are prone to insomnia, nervousness, a fast heartbeat, acid reflux, or sensitivity to stimulants should use only a very small amount and avoid drinking it in the evening. The NCCIH states that green tea as a beverage generally has not been linked to safety concerns in adults. But green tea still contains caffeine. Green tea extract, in particular, may cause nausea, constipation, stomach discomfort, and increased blood pressure in some people. Another thing to remember is that matcha should be used as a light drink. It should not be overused in pill form, highly concentrated powder, or products with exaggerated advertising claims. For people who are taking blood-thinning medication, blood pressure medication, heart medication, or medication for an underlying health condition, it is best to ask a doctor before drinking it regularly, because green tea may interact with certain medications. Overall, matcha is best used as a small daily ritual, a warm cup, a soothing green color, a few minutes of sitting quietly, and the feeling of the body being gently awakened. Matcha is not a miracle solution for aches and pains, but when used properly and in moderation, it may help make an older adult's day feel more alert, lighter, and more comfortable. Mild pain, body aches, or the feeling that the body is no longer as comfortable as it used to be are things many older adults may experience in daily life. But caring for the body does not always have to begin with something strong or complicated. Sometimes, comfort comes from very small choices. A warm cup of ginseng tea in the morning, a few slices of galangal in a hot soup, the gentle scent of lime leaves in a meal, or a cup of cocoa or matcha that is diluted and sipped slowly. The 10 herbs and plants in today's video are not pain-relieving medicines, and they cannot replace a doctor's advice, but when used properly, in the right amount, and in a way that suits the body, they may help make meals more fragrant, the mind more relaxed, and daily life feel a little lighter. The most important thing for older adults is still safety. If they are taking long-term medication or have a long-standing health condition, they should ask a doctor before using herbs regularly, because sometimes the best care is not about using a lot, but about using just enough, staying consistent, and listening to the body every day. If you know another familiar herb that helps older adults feel more comfortable, please share it in the comments so everyone can learn from it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so we have more motivation to release new videos every day.